Good morning. I'm Mrs. Mattingly coming to you from my kitchen. In this time of the coronavirus, we are all in our homes, and I can't be with you one-on-one in the classroom, and I miss each one of you. But I wanted to bring you an art lesson that you could do at home with your family. Anybody can do it. This goes along with our studies of art from around the world. And this is a muñeca quitapeña. My Spanish is not that good. But these are called worry dolls. And the legend is that a Mayan princess had some worries. And the sun god that they believed in at that time gave her these little dolls. And it's just progressed to modern times. And you can buy these little dolls in Guatemala. It's moved to Mexico. And they come in these little boxes. And it has a little story with it. And it said, Guatemalan children are taught that each night, if they take out a doll and tell it their troubles, the trouble or worry will disappear. And so they would take these dolls and put them underneath their bed and sleep with them overnight, and the worries would disappear. And so that is what a worry doll is. Now let's talk about what we need. At home, I have this giant bag of stuff that I have. As an art teacher, I like to keep a lot of stuff at my house. But the problem is I didn't have a lot of yarn. So you're going to need yarn in different colors. If you don't have yarn, you can use shoestrings. You can use Christmas wrapping ribbon. I even have some wire for gifts too. So anything you can get. If you have pipe cleaners, that's the best. If you need different kind of wire you can use. This is for like wrapping bread bags. You can use toothpicks. You can wrap toothpicks. You can use Q-tips even. And if you want to turn off the camera and go outside and find you a real stick, you can get a real stick. You just need one that is split for the legs and then get a small one for the arms. So that's really cool. Now I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. One with a pony bead and one without a pony bead. And you'll need scissors and a little bit of glue. And those are all the materials you need to get started. Well, here's two that I've already finished. And I'm going to set them aside to show you how we're going to do this. So you're going to take one long pipe cleaner. You're going to cut one about 4 inches long. Or cut about 4 inches off of it. That's a little too long. And then you're going to have the long piece here. Now the long piece is going to be the head, the torso, and the legs. And I'm going to show you two different ways to do it. One with a pony bead and one without a pony bead. So the beginning of the lesson, you're going to fold it in half to where the ends meet. And these are going to be your little feet. I like to go ahead and bend them and make little feet. And then you're going to take some yarn or some string and cut it a few inches long for the hair. And what you're going to do is you're going to slide it underneath your wire and bring it back. So it looks like this, okay? I shouldn't have bent those feet. Anyway, you're going to take the feet and stick them in the pony bead and thread it through till it goes to the top. And that is going to be the face and the hair. Now, if you notice it fell off a little bit, so you want to take some glue and just put a little glue there. Glue is what I tell my students, a good patient builder. One of the things that I talk about with glue is the reason it doesn't get hard inside the bottle is that it needs air to activate. So you want to give it some time. And I like to tell my students to count to 20 before they let it go. So you can go do that at home. Count to 20 and let it dry. And then what you're going to do is you're going to twist it. Twist your wire, your pipe cleaner to make your legs. You split them and make your little feet at the bottom. So there's our little feet and our torso. So what we're missing is our arms. You're going to lay it across and then just wrap it around and you have your little arms. And I like to tuck in the ends because when you cut a pipe cleaner, the wire is really hard and it's pokey, so you don't want that. So now that we have our structure, our bones, as I like to call it, we're ready to wrap. And so, as I told you earlier, I only have a few different colors of yarn. So I'm just going to use what I have. Another thing you can use, if you have some scrap material around your house, you can get that. If you have scrap ribbon around your house, you can use that. Whatever you have, you can make things with. So what I like to do to start wrapping is I like to just lay the end of the string over the torso and then just start wrapping. So when I end up doing is locking in the string and it won't come off. So when I get to the arms, I just cross over and start covering the yarn. And what I like about this is any color will do, any color pipe cleaner, just make it any kind you want, any color you want. And I want to thank my son, Evan. He is my videographer today. He is helping me bring this to you live from my kitchen. So I'm really excited to have him helping me. This is my first time on camera. And then, of course, now I'm going to go and do my other arm. I like to go all the way down and all the way back to give it a little more thickness. More thickness. Excellent. Now, if you want to end it, this will be my shirt. I'm going to bring it around. I stuck my finger in there so I can slip it through, and then I'm going to make a knot there. Now, if you have a helper there that could do the knot for you, that would be awesome. If not, you're just going to take your glue again and put a little dab there and hold it and count to 30. All right. Now, the bottom of it, if you want to have pants or a skirt, this one has a skirt. I dropped it, pulled it. I made a little skirt out of some leftover material. And this little fella, I found some really thick pipe cleaners. If you're fortunate and have thick pipe cleaners like this guy, it makes these fuzzy little pants. It makes him look like a cowboy. So I'm just going to give her pants, maybe some yellow pants. So I'm going to get some yellow string. And I'm going to start at the waist. Remember, you're going to lay the string down and then you're going to wrap over top of it so it will not come off. Does that make sense? I hope so. All right. So I'm going to wrap. Do we need to fast forward this, Evan? Nope. All right. So I'm going to wrap down one leg and then go back up it. And you can take a little more time to do this. That would be awesome. All right. Excellent. I'm getting to the end of my string here, and I'm just going to tie it off. And glue it down as best you can. As best you can. What I want to do to maybe keep it from going over, I'm going to make this fluffy. I'm going to give him a fluffy belt. I think I'm going to give him a fluffy belt. So, or any kind of wire that you have. All right. And I'm going to give him a little haircut. And there's my worry doll. He's kind of interesting looking, right? And if you got a marker, you could just make some dots for eyes and give him a smile. A smile. So there's that little worry doll. Kind of cute, huh? Now, when you're doing your other ones, without a pony bead, I forgot to show you that. You're going to cut your hair, pieces for hair, and You can have it any length you want. It's better to do it with long hair at first because then you can always cut it off when you're done. I'm gonna make this extra thick. All right, so here's my bread wrapper. I'm gonna do this one without a pony bead. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it in two like we did before and put your hair in it. All right, and then twist it really, really tight there so it holds your hair in place. So there's your hair without the pony bead. All right, and then of course you're gonna wind it down to where you're gonna get your legs. Now I'm gonna make this one really tiny, so I'm gonna make him tiny, like our ones that we saw on the internet. And wrap it for his arms, or her arms. All right. Now you get whatever color you want to, and you're gonna wrap the face. This one I wrapped with, I had some hemp string, and I made her face with the hemp string. I'll just use this brown for right now, even though I can't find the end of it. You know what? I think I'm going to do pink. We're going to make her pink. All right. So you want to start where your hair is, and you want to lay it across like I showed you before. So when you start wrapping, that'll be tucked in, and the chances of it pulling out are okay, a little bit slimmer, right? So I'm going to start wrapping it. And what you want to do is wrap it enough to where the face gets really round and fluffy. So the face is rounder than the rest of the body. So I'm just wrapping her face, getting it nice and round, and then I'm going to go down, and then I'm going to get to her arms and start wrapping her arms. This is really quite difficult. You may want to stick with sticks. Sticks are a little bit easier to hang on to, I think. And the hair is getting in the way. So that is how you're gonna do your worry doll without a pony bead. All right, so there is that. And to be done, this is what she would look like. I just cut off this little piece of lace for a hat, and I put a skirt on her. But as again, you can use your yarn and make some different legs. And there's our worry dolls. All right, that's our lesson for the day. And I hope you can find all these materials either in your yard or in your house somewhere. And in this time where you might be a little worried, maybe this doll will help you just a little bit. I am so glad to have you here today in my kitchen. I'll see you tomorrow.